Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is Living to Learn. I thank you so much for being here. I thank you so much for taking the time to watch these videos that I put together. Something that I personally enjoy. Something that is just a source of inspiration for me in my life. Being able to do this here on YouTube. Maybe that's a little bit too much to put out there, but I just put it out there, so there it is. And that's pretty much what I hope you have come to expect from me. I'm going to be as transparent as possible. I'm going to be as real as possible. I'm going to try to be as authentic as possible. Meaning that I'm going to just, in every video that I make, I'm going to try to convey the message the best way that I know how. And I hope that you will take something from what I just said right now. And I hope that maybe plant a seed in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, that will encourage you to find your voice, whether that's a literal voice speaking on a podcast or on YouTube or in some other way. A shout out to my boy Victor. He's got the typewriter. He calls it a typewriter ministry. If you want to replace the word ministry with service, go ahead and do so, if that ministry word doesn't sit right with you. But he's putting his writing skills and abilities, he's putting his gifting to work, and it's brilliant. So shout out to you, Vic. And thank you so much for those of you who have been longtime supporters of my channel. Vic's been one of those people as well. And so I definitely want to get on here and give him his credit for what he's doing. And before I get started, and really what I want to talk about today, I want to remind you that if you would like to invest in this channel financially, there's 3 opportunities in the description of my video to do so. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Live to Learn Coaching. But what I would really appreciate, what I really love, is for you to subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment if you'd like, hit the thumbs up if you'd like, hit the thumbs down if you really don't like it. Hey, I'm all right with that. But if you like what I bring to the table, please feel free to subscribe and share. And before I get started, unfortunately, like I did a couple of weeks ago, I have to start off this video with some sad news. You know, this is reality. This is real life. And in real life, things happen, including losing people that you love, losing people that you're close to. A couple of weeks ago, I gave I don't want to say a shout out because that's a little impersonal, but I gave my closing thoughts in memory of my uncle. And today I do the same for my cousin who is being laid to rest today. Her name is Susie Araujo. I am giving love and peace and sending out just warmth and somehow comfort for the Araujo family and all those who are being affected by this passing. But one of my favorite memories of my cousin was when I showed up to my wedding, the day I was getting married. I walked up to the venue, and who do I see? I see Ralph and Susie. Those are the 2 faces that I saw first on my wedding day. And so that's always a memory that sticks out of my mind. Also, I got a ton of childhood memories involving them and my cousins and my brother being around, who's no longer with us as well. So there's a lot tied into the memory of my cousin. And so I just want to say rest in paradise, Susie. I'm glad you're no longer suffering. And my heart goes out to you for your memory and for your family and their comfort. And I hate to be so somber and, you know, hey, Josh, can we get some uplifting things here? And I'm going to work on that for you. But these are the things that hit home and remind us of the reality that we exist in a fragile state. Meaning in 1 second or 1 moment or the next, it can all be, we don't know when it's all going to be over. And so, again, if you have been on the fence about starting a new business, starting a podcast, starting a series, writing something, and I'm talking to myself in that regard. I've been talking about writing for a while, or starting a YouTube channel, or venturing into a new career. Something that can be very daunting, right? A lot of us, if we are career-minded people, we think of, well, I've got to line it up with everything that I know. And sometimes you've got to make an uncomfortable transition. In basketball, it's called a pivot. When you pick up your dribble, you can't dribble again because that's against the rules. But you can pivot, meaning you have to have one foot planted on the floor and you can move around on that one foot to look around the court to see if there's any opportunities to throw an assist to your teammate, to see if there's any opportunities to score the ball yourself or whatever it is. And that life will do that sometimes. We have an opportunity to pivot and to do something else, something that we're not used to, something that's uncomfortable. And I understand why a lot of us won't. I get it. There's things that I'm deeply comforted by that if I were to pursue the uncomfortable path, right? If I was to remove those things from me and start to walk without them, I would probably find some other opportunity that would never would have found, right? It's like I told one of my coworkers who left a position he'd had for years. It's a little scary. But one thing I reminded him, and one thing I want to remind us, because this has happened, you're now going to encounter things you otherwise wouldn't have encountered. Because this is taking place, because you got to go do something else, you are now going to find yourself in front of opportunities that otherwise would have never existed to you. And this is what I want us to focus on. This is what I want you to hear in my voice and my message when I come on this channel. All I'm saying is we don't have much time. Life is long, but it's also short at the same time. Go figure, right? We know how fast time flies. All I'm saying is this. Take notice of the things that life throws at us to remind us just how fragile it is. And then tell yourself, what do I need to do in response to this? What do I do in response to this? When I see this, what should I do about it? For me, it was the YouTube channel. For me, it was the coaching. What will it be for you? And I can't answer that for you, but I'll tell you this, 9 times out of 10, it's going to exist somewhere that you're either reluctant to go or you've never even thought of going there. And that's what I mean when I talk about taking small steps toward removing ourselves from what we're used to get to something even better. My grandfather used to always say, well, not always, he would often say, and it stuck with me. And I'll leave you with this. Good is the enemy of great. Think about that. There's nothing wrong with good. We love good people. We love good food. We love good music. Good is fine. It's better than bad. It's better than terrible. It's better than whatever, so-so, mediocre. It's good. But if greatness comes near goodness, it becomes a threat. It becomes an enemy. Why? Because great, no matter how we look at it, no matter how it's positioned, great will always offer more to us than good ever could. So think about that. Take inspiration from this message. I hope you will, because that's what I'm doing this for. Well, again, I want to thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your time. I don't take any of this for granted. Not to say that there aren't blind spots in my life where I should definitely not be taking certain things for granted, but this I don't. Now, I'm just here to be authentic. And I'm going to always do my best to keep it 100% authentic and real, so that you know this is really coming from the heart. It's really coming from the mind. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, appreciate your support. Have a great one.